Okay, great. So we're starting with mushrooms may reduce risk of memory problems, and this is from Ingu Daily News. Okay, just pronounce the vocabulary words. If you have difficulty with them, then we'll look at each individual one. Cognitive.
Right. Cognitive.
Okay.
Decline.
Mm-hmm.
Impairment.
Good.
Dementia.
Mm-hmm.
Encouraging. Antioxidant.
Well, it could be anti or anti. Antioxidant. I think I say antioxidant, but it could be antioxidant. Either one.
That's why. Yeah. I was always in doubt. What should I say, anti or antioxidant?
Yeah.
That's why. Sometimes I hear someone say
anti
and someone say anti. Yeah.
Yeah. Either one is either one. Okay. All right. So this is the article. Mushrooms may reduce risk of memory problems. I didn't know that. Well, it's a little late now to give mushrooms to my mother.
Not really.
All right, let's find out what this article is about. You may start.
All right. A study at the National University of Singapore in the US has shown that eating mushrooms several times a week can help prevent cognitive decline in people over 60.
Interesting. Okay.
Would like to take turns.
I'm sorry, would you like for me to read?
Yeah.
Okay. Researchers at the NUS Young-Blue Lin School of Medicine have found that eating at least 2 portions of mushrooms a week can reduce the risk of developing mild cognitive impairment in men and women over 60 by 50%. People with mild cognitive impairment have problems with memory, language, and thinking, and are at an increased risk of developing Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia. Interesting.
Interesting. The findings of the study were based on 633 elderly Chinese people living in Singapore whose diet and lifestyle were monitored from 2011 to 2017.
So this is a fairly recent study concluded.
Right, yeah, that's why you have never heard it.
Yeah, maybe so, because I've never heard that before. Okay, during the 6-year study, researchers ran a series of interviews and tests. The people in the study were asked how often they ate 6 different types of mushrooms: oyster, shiitake, white button, dried, golden, and tinned.
The researchers found that mushrooms eaters performed better in brain tests, especially those who ate more than 2 portions a week, or 300 grams.
Li Feng, lead author of the study, said that the findings are surprising and encouraging.
It seems that a commonly available single ingredient could have a dramatic effect on cognitive decline, Feng said. The researchers explained that mushrooms contain a unique antioxidant and anti-inflammatory called ergothioneine.
Yeah, that's what I would call it. It's ergothioneine.
Ergothioneine, which humans cannot produce on their own.
Based on these conclusions and previous studies, the authors believe that eating mushrooms may help prevent cognitive decline later in life. Okay, so look at the discussion questions. I think your session is going to end in about 2 minutes, but what are your thoughts on the findings of this study? For me, it's interesting because I didn't know that this study was taking place, but I'm happy to know that there might be something to eating mushrooms.
Yeah, I think it makes sense, and I think that some natural products are not so well released or published. I think it's a kind of pharmaceutical industry issue. I mean, why they're going to release an information like that is cheap, it's healthy, if they need to sell their products. So my point is that because of this pharmaceutical industry,
Mm-hmm.
many kind of health products are not so well published or
Exactly,
released.
because there's no money to be gained if we eat a lot of mushrooms. Mushrooms are not that expensive. Before the pharmaceutical companies became so big, we could say it was old customs. People found many different herbs and spices to take for illnesses that prevented a lot of diseases. However, the way food is produced today, I think
Yeah,
some of this food really gives us, it leads into our illnesses. So number two, read number two.
right. Let me go there. Do you eat a lot of mushrooms? Would you consider eating more after reading this article? Well, I like very much this Japanese cuisine, which means that every time that I go there, I eat some mushrooms.
Okay.
And I go to a Japanese restaurant at least twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing that this mushroom is so healthy,
Mm-hmm.
no, I'm going to increase my portion of,
you,
of
you will
mushrooms.
you will increase your intake. Okay, number three, are mushrooms-based dishes popular in your country? If so, what are your favorites? If not, why not? I don't necessarily think that there are. They're not unpopular, but I don't think that there are many mushroom-based dishes. I think the mushrooms that I've had on my plate was more like a garnishment, just something to add a texture and flavor, but not so much as an enhancement for any medical benefits.
Yeah, the same as here in Brazil. It's not cultural for our cuisine to have this ingredient on a daily basis. Yeah, like you said, it's like more kind of um.
Mm-hmm.
How do you said it? Mm,
Oh, well, I don't know what I said, but I was just thinking. I was thinking about the medical benefits. I don't think that the mushrooms are placed on our dinner plate because of any medical benefits. It's to garnish the plate. It's more of a decorative to make the meal itself attractive.
yeah, decorative. That's the word I was looking for.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
here in Brazil, the same.
Okay. So another word we could use instead of decorating, it could be to garnish. Decorate and
Good.
garnish is the same. Garnash. And number four, do you ever consider health benefits of particular foods before eating them? I I do for collard greens. For greens, I eat them specifically to help with my indigestion. I think greens are good for the roughage. It helps you to keep you regular when you need to go to the bathroom. So I do try to get my collard greens in.
Right. Yeah. Well, I was raised in a farm, which means that I used to see my father
Hmm.
planting and growing all kinds of vegetables and fruits.
Hmm.
And I still remember my father used to say, and there is this saying, this quotation in English, which is, eat an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Hmm.
And we try to eat at least three kinds of fruits on a daily basis.
Okay. And we just say an apple a day, just one apple a day will keep the doctor
Mm.
away. But I really don't eat an apple a day.
Mm. I still have 6 minutes if you have